Hello, everybody. Um, Welcome to my channel again. And unfortunately, I have to come to you all with this type of information. Um, it really saddens my heart. Um, Everyone, I'm sure by now, have heard of the many killings uh, of black men shot, gunned down by police officers. Okay. Um, when does it stop? When does it stop? Is the question. And I cannot believe the extent that it has gotten to now that over 120 in 2015, let alone 2016, of black men being gunned down, shot by police officers, and the police officers are not charged with murder. It is unbelievable. But this is straight talk. This is straight talk. I'm a realist. And I have to look at the picture just as it is. You know, I have to be inconsiderate of I'm sorry, I have to be considerate of many of other mothers, fathers that have their sons that they love dearly and that they're, you know, basically expecting to come home at the end of the day or hear from them at the end of the day at some point or time, you know. So I was listening to the briefing that was on the news today, breaking news, on the chief of police answering questions from many of the protesters and all of those who are concerned about these black men being shot down, gunned down by police officers. Just as one stated, it does not make a difference if it's a black man, police officer, a black police officer shooting down a black, another black man, because I'm just saying, this is straight talk. We have to go all the way back in mind of Jim Crow and Willie Lynch, two of the most strongest slave masters that ever existed, okay, in the United States. And their story was that if they taught history, that it would keep our brothers and sisters, and I'm going to have to say in Christ, because that's what we are in Christ. We all, of the same blood from God. And believe it or not, we all come from the motherland. Okay, so somewhere or another, we are all related, far down in the lifeline history. Okay, but this has gone too far. It has gone too far. The question that I ask again is, when does it stop? It is terrible. And then what gets me is that um, the officials, okay, the police chief, the governor, and all the mayor of the city is saying you have to do this protest in peace. Of course, we know that's a part of the Constitution, to assemble ourselves, if we're going to protest, assemble ourselves in peace. But however, how can you ask someone not to be angry when they are just fed up? When they're just fed up. And we have to think about the whole overall picture is that what if the shoe was on the other foot? I'm really getting a little tired of hearing every time I turn around and looking on TV that a black man has been shot down, gunned down by a police officer, unarmed, and all of these far-fetched stories is being put out that they had a weapon or they thought it was a weapon. Okay, they are the police are here to protect and to serve. That's their only purpose here is to protect all American people and to serve as their duty. Okay, and that's all American people. I hate to say this, but I look beyond this picture and it goes back in history because what I'm seeing now is just what was happening back in the early 60s, during Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, where black men was just hosed down with water hose. You know, what in the world? What in the world? We're all human beings. We're not animals. We're human beings. We was born in this country with free birth rights. Okay? And for someone to feel that we're not privileged and have a right to have this birthright is completely insane. Insane. What do we do about it? What do we do about it? It's just the chief of police was talking today as going back over what he viewed and what many of us have viewed in the video as far as exactly what happened. But then you have the police that's going to give their story on what they want to put out to cover their own selves that he had a gun. We can tell the gun was planted there. We had an eyewitness there that saw the whole thing. And she said that he had a book. And a book does not look like a gun. If it does look like a gun, then I need to know what eyes are they looking through to see something that we do not see when everyone else is looking and know a book is a book and a gun is a gun. So where does it stop is the question. Where does it stop? That's why I feel and believe that we're living in crucial times right now. And we've heard of many times the New World Order. Uh, it seems as though that um, people are trying to bring um, things back to how it used to be, you know, and it's just a new way of execution, in my opinion. It's a new way that has been developed for execution, lynching of black men, mothers, sons, black sons, that they know have potentials to go someplace in life and maybe be the next black president. What you think? I want all of you who are viewing to give me your comment on what you think about this because it's gone too far. It's gone too far. And what angers me the most is that we don't have too many that is coming out speaking with a voice, and we all have a voice. It's nothing to be afraid of. Right is right and wrong is wrong. How come all these police officers that is shooting down these black men and giving their own story of what they want to provide and present to the public of what they think or what they're saying that happened? And then all of a sudden, here come the video, and we see something totally different. What in the world? What is going on? What is going on? Police brutality is what's going on. And we have to do something about it. We have to do something about it. You know, you have those in Charlotte right now protesting and expressing themselves on how they feel of this innocent life taken just like that. Just like that. Like he was less than an animal. And I'm going to say less than an animal because of the mere fact you have people that treat animals better than a black man. Better than a black man. It is what it is. This is real talk. This is real talk, y'all. This is real talk. I'm a realist. I can't walk around and see something and say that there's something else when I know what I see. This is happening too often and nothing is done about it. Then we have these two parties that is saying, that is running for president, is saying, we're going to make a difference. How? How? How are you going to make a difference? Should be the question of everyone. Because we ain't heard that yet. We ain't heard how they're going to make a difference. We hear that they want to run, they running for president and they want to become the president. And the president position is not an easy position to have because you have to care. You have to care. You have to care about all people. We, the people, okay? For the people. We are the ones that put these people in these chairs. So you better get out there and vote. You hear me? Do you hear me? Do what is right and vote. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for because you have enough sense to know right from wrong. I'm going to ask the question again. What's going on? And all of you know exactly what's going on. I can only imagine how these parents of these individuals, that black men that has been shot down, gunned down by police officers. I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I have two sons myself that I talk to every day, diligently, you know, and my heart goes out to this father that said, he said that he taught his son to do the right thing if ever his son came encounter with a police officer, is to be cooperative. And just like the case in uh, Oklahoma, the guy had his hands held up, held up. How can you say he was reaching for a gun when we saw that his hands didn't fall down until after he got shot? It was all on the video. It's all on the video. And it showed exactly what happened. His hand was not inside the car, inside the SUV. His hands was on top of the SUV. And when he got shot, the windows was up, the doors of the SUV was shut, was closed, and we saw him fall to the ground, dead. It has to come to a stop. It has to come to a stop. And all of you viewers that are viewing this right now, you have to use your voice. You have to use your voice. Vote. Vote for the right person that we feel and believe that's going to at least attempt to do the right thing. It could have been your son, could have been your daughter. Just think about it. Think about what these parents, these other families is going through right now with the grief that they have in their heart that their son was shot down, gunned down, innocent, showing no threat to society, yet and still his life was taken. Why? Why is the question? Because of hate? Because of hate is my conclusion. Hate for the black men in the United States that have a fair, that have a right to live and to do good and to have a job and to put back in society what they have received. You know, it just don't make any sense that this killing is consistently, continuously going on, this violence by police officers, and nothing is being done about it. It is time for our officials to do something about these killings because to think that a book is a gun is a problem. To think that a book looks like a gun is a problem. For all of you who are viewing this video right now, I'm asking you to please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my page. And I want to hear your comments. I want to hear your comments. And I'm going to do all that I can do to get a message out that we all see what is happening. Many don't want to speak on it because for some reason they're afraid, I'm thinking. But fear is really nothing. You know, you don't have anything to lose. You don't have anything to lose than to speak your voice and stand up for what is right. Because if you don't stand up for what is right, you will fall for anything. And that's what is portrayed right now in the public eye, that we are to believe what is being told to us when we see the total opposite. So I'm asking you all to do your part. Do your part. Vote for the right person that you believe that's going to at least make a difference in a positive way. These black men had no reason to lose their life as brutal that they did. brutal, brutally shot down, even worse than an animal. They don't even shoot deers like that. Cows, horses, to not even value the life that was given to them. I have to answer this right now. It's another very important call. But until next time, stay tuned and you will hear from me soon. Peace. Love you all. Vote.